Welcome, I'm Matt Stout,
And I'm Mike Bankston.
and this is a Station of the Cross.
My station 5 ends with Pilate giving in to the crowd and freeing Barabbas, and he sends Jesus to be flogged and to be tortured. And that's where my station 6 picks up. It goes into a passage from John 19, verses 1 through 5. And in that passage, Jesus is flogged, he's beaten, he's forced to wear the crown of thorns. And Pilate famously says, "Behold, here's the King of the Jews." And in the reflection, the reader's supposed to think about a moment of great pain in their own life. And could you imagine Jesus meeting you in that pain as one who has himself suffered greatly?
Yeah.
And I think it brings it to this station to me brings this reality of Jesus as a suffering servant into our space and into our lives, because we suffer, but Jesus understands our suffering because he too has suffered physical and mental and emotional pain. And they're supposed to reflect too and contrast this pain that they suffered in Jesus meeting them in that space with how the world would meet them in that space.
So, my Station 6 also deals with Jesus being beaten and mocked. And we're focusing on the crown of thorns. You see, Olivia's got now, full disclosure, I ordered a crown of thorns on Amazon. It didn't get here in time for these videos to be made. So, we fashioned our own crown of thorns out of, oh no, pipe cleaners. But on the actual day when we do this at church, it won't be pipe cleaners. But we are talking about crown of thorns and about the mocking way that the soldiers called Jesus the King of the Jews. And so we're really we're reflecting on what does it mean to to say that Jesus is king. And so, because even though they were being mocking, they weren't wrong. Jesus was King of the Jews. He is king. And they placed a crown of thorns on his head when they should have been placing a crown of gold on his head. And so we're picking up this crown of thorns and thinking about the ways in which Jesus is the king and how Jesus's kingship is different than any other kingship on the world, because it's the way of suffering.